I like it for the radio show. That's like bang. It's like
Yeah.
right. It's that beat.
Okay, so the next thing I thought would be fun to talk about is a subject that a lot of people know about, but a lot of people don't know about. And I feel like if we're not only keeping people company, but also handing them new ideas, maybe of how to live a better life, happier life, it's just a cool subject that for us is normal.
I don't know what you're about to
But
spring
other
on me.
people don't
Okay.
necessarily know this. So I went somewhere the other day and I watched Warren Music, you know, you and I, and I watched a concert with Diana Krall and Tony Bennett. I don't know if you're allowed to say their names or not.
Yeah, of course.
I
You
didn't
can.
know.
What are you talking about?
And, well,
Just yeah.
I watched a concert with a famous piano player and another famous piano player, both singers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a beautiful concert, and I was watching them and just really enjoying it and noticing for average humans, and I say that with air quotes, I guess, they seemed really, almost I would call it inappropriately close. But for myself, I was like, yes, that's how I know life. That's how I'm used to doing it. That's how I sing. That's how I live. I loved it. And my notes that I wrote down specifically were, it says, love hard and let people see it. She poured her love onto him while they sang. And it was really beautiful. And I just put, I know that life. I love that life. More of that life. And so I thought it was just a neat thing that I saw, that I was reminded how powerful and great that is when you could put your whole soul into a thing and pour it on someone.
Okay.
And I wish
all right.
more people would try that.
Wow.
So that they could understand what a difference that makes and how it really literally changes everything. You know, when you're so in love, and it's a wholesome love. It's not as some people try to make everything romantic. It's you know, it could be any dynamic, but when you really
loving,
just genuinely, love someone and pour that on them, or you have love for yourself and your life and your whatever, and you pour that on someone.
You're using that a lot. Pour it out. Pour some sugar on me. Pour it out. And you saw it.
I watched it on a TV screen.
Uh-huh.
But I just was watching them. It was a concert, and I couldn't figure out why everybody was so excited to see this concert and talking about it and what was the big deal.
Oh, it's an excessive amount of...
Yes, like
wow.
they're phenomenal artists.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay. Yep.
But I was like, what is it? And when you watched it, it was a visible...
Visceral
exhibition, or I don't know, like exhibit of love. Like you were actually able to see what does it look like.
They're dumping it out there
when someone is loving someone else. Like, and they were doing it while they were singing. It was really great.
And the audience loved it.
The live audience that I was sitting with, you know, was really...
They were into it.
Yeah, and so it just...
There was so much love. It made it from the event through the screen into the room,
across time
and space.
Yes,
that's how
powerful it was. Yeah, and so I saw how the people were eating it up, which makes me think, oh, they probably need more of this.
Starving.
Yes.
Starving, thirsty. I think.
Yes.
Hashtag thirsty or hashtag starving.
Yes.
Starving or thirsty.
Yes,
and it was obvious.
I thought talking about it a little bit, it's kind of a different subject matter than we usually talk about, but it's a helpful, good thing that people need to know exists. That is, and that you can try it. If you're hurting and sad, like, this is a real thing that's out there. Like, people actually love so hard that you could feel it. Like, you could see it, and other people can too. So that you could have coming to you, and for the people who are longing to give it and show it. Like, stop being afraid. Please go love your neighbor. Go.
Oh, there you go. Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Perhaps if you're not so good at that,
Yeah.
This, to me, like, this is profound. This is big, right? To me, this is as profound as any of the important whatever that's supposed to happen on planet Earth. Just, we say casually like, oh, love thy neighbor and don't be a punk, sort of, But you're talking about like really, it was a concert and it was two skilled artists, singing I'm imagining a really beautiful song to one another or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it was so powerful and so rich and so like, oh my gosh, they're really going into this, that it made it through, the TV into the room where you were, and even affected the whole room where you were, because people need that. Yes. They do not need, tune in next week for, the latest plastic thing that you're going to throw away a week later, right? You got landfills full of what you don't need, and what you do need, you are thirsty, right? You say, we are thirsty, Some of us get love because we throw some out there, so people are like, hey, what's up? What you need? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you need to, I got you, like that.
I would like to see more people trying to put that love out there.
Yeah, that's a requirement.
And they would get it back.
That's a requirement. Can you do 10 push-ups? Okay. Can you tell 10 people, yeah, you're cool, I like you, you're nice, and let's do stuff, right?
That's a challenge.
That is a challenge. I do 25 push-ups. I tell 25 people. Well, I don't have 25 friends, but
no. But I know you could do the second one. But I'm saying a lot of people couldn't. There's a lot of people that can't. I met a lady. I'm trying to preserve confidentiality, but I met a lady, and she confided in me. That she hides who she is, she is this, with me, she was wonderful and loving and sweet and kind and open and good, and her eyes
Is this the one you were telling me about
sparkling
recently? Did you tell me about this lady recently or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
she hides from others.
So, yeah, I would have never known that. I would have never known. And she was saying at work, I have to be tough, and I have to be hard, and I have to be... And so she, used the B word. And so basically, while I'm at work, like, they would call me the B word. Like, that's what I am, that's what I put out there. And I just thought, there's something...
wrong.
She wasn't happy about it.
Of course not.
I know, we talked about the old... where's my notes? People,
where are my notes?
People, dredging up philosophies from 40 years in the past to manhandle grown-ups. It's that. She was surrounded by what she felt like was those types of people, so she had to, in defense, be, in her mind, I have a different philosophy, although when I did try it in a manhandling environment, I got eaten alive. I tried being that loving little butterfly, and I did kind of get smashed. And they did take advantage of it, and they were really mean and cruel. Like, I hope I stand out in their minds, and maybe one day in the future, something will happen from that. But she went the opposite route, and I just think, wow, what a difference it would be, in all of these, everywhere on the planet, but especially the representative communities, if people could wrap their minds around not only loving with your whole soul, but pouring it on people, like showing it or doing it or passing it out, or like you said, throwing it out there.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Like, interesting?
Okay.
Some people, right, you and I both included, right, some people would say Jason's hard and he's scary. No, I'm not hard and scary, but some people would say, oh, we're very kind, we're loving towards others to a fault, too much.
For sure.
Okay, so, meaning sometimes we hang around situations that aren't good for us.
For sure.
Okay, we won't get
long.
Okay, yeah.
Too long.
Yeah, but generally speaking, we try in a way to get a little extra, do a little extra, be nice, reach out, just be good, right? Even when people are not good.
For sure.
My nerdy brain, my musician brain right now is eating this entire conversation up with an equalizer. Like one of those big giant equalizers from the 80s, look like do from the low end to the high, right? And I'm like, okay, we got this lady who is super open and loving and cool with you, but at work she says she has to kind of revert back into she said B word mode, but really it's more like I got to be tough and hard, and because these people, if they see me nice like this, I won't survive. Yes. And you've experienced that yourself.
Yes.
Most people who are nice and in a work environment have experienced the same thing, or even just some other environment.
Yes.
Right. So that's an imbalance. right? So you take your equalizer, right? And you clean that. I'm not saying you have to do anything, but I want to illustrate that these issues, right? These discrepancies, these tweaked frequencies, whereas before, we might say, well, you have to toughen up or suck it up or
that's what a lot of people are perpetuating. That's that.
Yes.
That's that. I should have left it open.
People, that's called holding on to. If you're in the spiritual community, you say old paradigm. If you're a regular person, you say
I feel like
nonsense.
The damaged goods spewing damaged goods and hurting people in the process. Like they have this thing. But go ahead.
Well, that's right. So big ups and bravissimo, right, to people who have to toughen up to do whatever their job is, or right.
Yeah, I hate that.
So bravo, if you can come out of those situations and then still be nice enough to be good to your kids or make a meal or whatever.
But she cried.
Well, of course,
she was
you can't maintain
telling me
that.
about the soft part. Yeah, about wanting to be soft. Or when I was telling her what I saw. Yeah. She that's what she wanted.
Of course.
She was pretty sad and weak about having to be that tough all the time. And
it's impossible. You can't maintain it.
Yeah, I get that there's a time that you, like, if you're a doctor and you have to tell a family, hey, your loved one is dead. Or, not look scared, because they're so,
Let's go put on a brave face.
Yeah, that I get. I get when the job calls for it or the circumstance, but not people. I worked for tyrants that were ignorantly evil. Like, they weren't...
Ignorant and evil,
yeah. They really thought, well, my employees are an excuse to be able to curse at someone. Or my employees are, I pay you, so take it. And I was, even me, racially discriminated against. Like, he would come in and just say the craziest things, and I was going...
I know where that guy works.
Is this real? Is this really happening? I was really just in blinking disbelief. Yes.
Out of touch and out of... what do we call him? Not out of character, because that is his character, but out of line, right? Out of touch.
Yeah, it was
out of
not
line,
okay.
Not acceptable. Yeah, not okay.
And I don't think I'm the only one. There was a time where I would have thought that was extreme. My extreme was unique and the only one, but I don't.
That's par for the course in many parts of the planet, right? And you said tyrants. Tyrants.
For sure.
So, those dynamics that exist the world over,
dead, right?
They are dead and dying.
Yes.
Right? And they're not dead and dying just because I say they are. They're dead and dying because they're
People
false.
People are rejecting it, too.
Yeah, so humans are, humans are coming to, right, a place, right, where they will not put up with nonsense for nonsense sake, with no good reason, right?
Right.
Well, I'll do some nonsensical stuff if it's for a good reason, but no, people will not put up with tyrants at all. Will not. And regardless... as to whether anybody here, I happen to know things, but regardless as to if anybody here on planet Earth knows with certainty what the future is or what it looks like, the steps that are taken right now are towards the good and will only result in good, because these tyrants will have not a pot to urinate in.
Yes.
Feel me?
And I think people need to hear that. If you remember, we met that guy down in Scottsdale, and he was so sad. Like, he wanted to rejoin the workforce. He was not doing... I think he was a chef, and he wasn't doing it then. Yeah. But he was so sad about going back. He was saying that the setup, same as I was saying, same as this lady was saying, was so disgusting that he couldn't fathom going back. And I think so many people are there right now. Like, they are...
You're talking about the guy talking about the restaurant industry.
But he was just...
the chef.
We were telling him, hang in there, buddy, hang in, because stuff is changing.
He was a great guy,
He was, yeah. And there, I know a lady that goes into businesses and helps them put things... I mean, I don't know exactly what she does, but I know she helps them put things in place so that it's a kinder environment for the employees. And she helps the management understand, like, you need to maybe nurture your employees and you'll get better fruits from them. It's good for everybody all around. It's better for the mental health and well-being of your employees, and it's also better for your bottom line and the business that you're doing. And so he was really sad. I don't know if you remember. He was almost, he wasn't in tears, but he was like...
He came to talk to us. We were sitting there.
He couldn't wrap his brain around the fact that this could be true. And he kept saying, I hope you're right, I hope you're right. And we're like, no, you can... trust it. Like, business is changing. This is happening. We're watching it take place. And so I think some people need to know
that there is such a thing.
That hope is coming. Hope is on the way. It's already started. Like, it is taking place, and it's just taking a second for the wave to reach you so you could see the results.
That's super beautiful, because I know people need and want and talk about hope, but I don't really, because I'm not like that. But
I got that side covered.
but check this out. It's not that I don't need hope. Everybody needs hope. Like, I hope tomorrow's good, right?
We just work different.
But yes, but people do need to know that there is not a false hope.
Yes.
Not false hope. Every single person out there, every single politician, every one of them, every one of the church leaders, everybody everywhere is selling false hope. And they've been selling it for a long time. And we're coming up to an ultimate pitch of false hope in the form of a few organizations, which we won't mention because it's just pointless for this happy moment. But no, real hope, meaning substantial, foundational, fundamental. And that rests in not any far-fetched esoteric belief system, no, but a time and a place and a moment where, as it so happens, these things are here for us, right? So we will be able to equalize these frequencies, modulate the distorted ones, right, like that, and then lift up the ones that have been unduly burdened, right? Sometimes you got high and fine frequencies there on the right side of the equalizer, like the little whistles and the birds outside, and the little voices were like, I'm here too, I don't care about any of this nonsense, I just want to have a nice life and, drink my tea and my, right? So there's little, the meek, right, little meek frequencies, but we need those frequencies, right? Yes. You need that breathy air, like, so nice, right? We've reached a place where we get to balance this place out, level it out. Humans who are tyrannical or unduly abusive, in nature, will not be tolerated, and in fact will go the way of the dodo bird, really. Right quick.
I remember that one of the owners said, and it really, I knew I was right, and I knew people need love, and like you were saying, go out and love on 10 people. One thing I heard her say one day was she said that a gal accidentally a couple of times on the phone, because we're calling other businesses, would just accidentally say, I love you, bye. And she said that those accidental moments where they probably weren't even really saying it to her, like it was just a habit because they're that kind of person. But she took that with her, and it affected her deeply.
See?
For a minute, she was like, someone loves me.
Yeah, see? It's like a stray one. It's like a stray love that left the cage, like, and then the person's like, oh, what was that? And they're like, oh, wait, I think I like that,
Exactly. That was exactly how she said was her thing. So I liked your challenge. Go out and share your love with 10 people that you care about.
Yeah.
We're way over time.
Okay. How you doing?
20 minutes in.
Oh, no.